Hi guys, welcome back to Mooch's Ways channel. So today I'm going to do a short video on the litter of ferret kits I have and just a little handling video. So I'll show you them. I've not got the whole litter out, I've just bought 4 in with me. Like little wheels, they're hard to hold on to. Here they are guys. Nice little ferret, nice little polecat kits. Now, these are close to 6 weeks old now. As you can see, their eyes are open and they are very, very inquisitive. I'll just grab that one. Now they're at that stage now guys where they're going to start trying their luck and they're going to start using their teeth on you. They're getting a little bit nippy. See this one here? Biting me there. Right, so the way we want to nip that in the bud. So what you want to do is when you're handling them, I recommend handling your kits every day. Get them used to you, get them used to your scent, your smell. When they bite you, when they nip you, the best method I've found is to give them a little flick on their nose. It doesn't hurt them, but what that does is that just gives them that little bit of a shock and discourages them from doing that. So every time they go to bite you like that, give them a little flick on the nose and that will just discourage them from doing that. Obviously when they're young like this, they're still going to try their luck with it, so keep up with it. Don't do it hard, just enough so they know that they're not to do that. And by the time they're adults, you'll have lovely, well-handled little ferrets. This one's a little bugger. But yeah, as you can see, they're a nice little polecats. In a couple of weeks' time, these will be ready for their new homes, which I've got homes for the whole litter. They were a very early litter this year. I've never had a gill drop that early, or come into season that early for that matter. These are quite dark kits this year. She had a litter of 5 last year and they wasn't this dark. They're both polecats, Hob and Jill are both polecats. This one really is a little bugger. I'll put her back in the box. So yeah, I know a lot of people who don't bother handling their kits and then they'll wait till the new owners collect them and they'll let them do it. But in my mind, you know, I've got these kits here for 8 weeks. I think it's easier, not just for me, but for the new owners if I do half the handling for them. You know, when they go off to their new owners, they're still probably going to give them the odd nip or two, but it's going to be a lot easier for them to break them than it would be if I hadn't handled them at all. So yeah, ferrets have got a bad reputation. If you ask most of the general public about ferrets, they'll say smelly, horrible, vicious little animals, and they couldn't be more wrong really. I think ferrets are wonderful little animals. Not only do they do a good job for us, but they make really, really good pets. I mean, you can even get little harnesses and leads and take these things out for a walk. You can do ferret racing with them. And, you know, I know they've got a number of jobs, even on like sites and stuff like that. They'll use ferrets to run wires and lines through pipes. So they're useful little animals and they're friendly. They've got real little characters, you know. And I think the bad reputation for them stems from many, many years ago when ferrets were kept and they weren't kept very well. You know, if you keep a ferret in rubbish conditions and you feed them a rubbish diet, then you're going to have a nasty little animal on your hands that's going to nip and bite you at every opportunity. Whereas if you keep a ferret well, you keep it clean, you feed it the correct diet, which is meat or specially made ferret kibble, then they're wonderful little animals. As you can see, this little kitty's nice and quiet. He's happy to be held. You know, I've held these from day one. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but you know, I know there's opinions out there that the Jill will kill the litter if you handle them too early. I've never ever had that trouble before. I'm not saying that that's gonna work for everyone, but you know, if your Jills trust you, then it's fine. And I find that if you handle these kits from day one, you know, before their eyes open, half the work's done, because they're already used to your scent. So when their eyes open and they are moving around like these, they're not really going to nip you as much. I mean, you're still going to get the odd nip, but nothing compared to if you don't, you know. Having said that, it's still easy to break them, even if you wait until they leave the nest before handling them. As I said before, when they go to bite you, if you just give them a little flick on the nose, nothing hard, but that discourages that from happening. So around four weeks old, these little guys will start coming out of the nest. They'll start eating solid food as well, so these guys are eating meat. This little Jill is probably the worst little nipper out of the lot. She's a little beast for it. The majority of them are very nice, you know, lovely little kits. You know, the Jill's done a very good job on these, and it's got to the stage now where she's getting sick to death of them because they're running her riot. So 2 weeks' time, hopefully, if the new owners can get to come and get them, then they can come and collect their kits. But yeah, I think they're a great little animal. What I should do another video on basic ferret husbandry, and I'll show you my other ferrets. I'll show you the hob that I kept back from my litter last year. He's turned into a fantastic working ferret. I've done quite a bit with him this season. For my case, I always prefer polecats. The reason I prefer polecats is over any other coloured ferret is because, in my opinion, I find polecats just that little bit sharper. They're easier to get going than another ferret. I'm not knocking, you know, your light coloured ferrets or anything. Great, as long as a ferret bolts rabbits, perfect. But for me, I've always preferred polecats, and I've always preferred to work hobs. I find that Jills, for me, will work a warren too fast. They're, you know, it's horses for courses. Jills are great for small warrens where you want quick bolts, but a lot of the ferreting we do is big, deep warrens, and I just find the hobs work those a little bit, you know, they're a little bit slower, but they will just sort of trundle along through the warrens, and you know, they don't really miss many rabbits compared to a Jill who works a warren a lot faster. But yeah, all these kits will be going to working homes, so hopefully I can get updates on these for you. I've actually got a couple more kits coming for myself. I lent my hob out, actually the hob that sired this litter, I lent him out to a good friend of mine who put him to his albino Jill. Nice little worker she is, good little worker. So yeah, his litter is due the end of May, I believe. So I'm having a couple of hobs out of that. He's having a couple of these kits. So it's always nice to, you know, swap kits with friends, bring some new blood in. Obviously, it's sort of the same blood that I use because I use my hob, but, you know, it would be nice to have a fresh couple of kits. I'm not keeping any of my own this year. They're all going. But yeah, so would I recommend ferrets to people? Yes, I would. If you don't want to work them, keep them as pets. Fantastic little pets, fantastic little characters. With the right handling, the right nutrition, the right housing and husbandry, they are excellent little pets. And I mean, they're pretty cute as well, yeah? So yeah, you know, they've been quite an abused animal over the years. fed the wrong diet, kept in crap conditions, and then, you know, to a lot of people these are more of a commodity than, you know, than anything else, and they'll just take them out, chuck them down a rabbit hole. But, you know, treat these little animals with respect. Treat them as you'd treat the working dog. You know, you give your working dog the best food, the best housing, you know. Treat the ferrets the same, because at the end of the day they work hard for us. They bolt rabbits for us, and they deserve a good life. So yeah, guys. If any of you guys have got any questions about ferrets, husbandry, anything of that sort, just drop me a comment. I will be doing a video on that. I'll be showing you my other ferrets, and hopefully once this lockdown is over, we can get some footage of my ferrets working, and these little guys, hopefully, they'll be a nice age for when the winter comes and we can get out ferreting again. So thanks for joining me for this short video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe. Feel free to share the video around social media. Cheers, guys. Catch you later.